Ladies and gentlemen, this is our main event.
Jared, we're going to end the show like we always do and hit us with that flurry.
Scrub Scraps, top two supporters inside the boxing game thus far have been Jason Conception and Mark Langlis. Jason Conception is the treasurer for USA Boxing, and Mark Langlis is a detective. He's the Connecticut detective administrator for boxing and MMA for the Public Safety Department. So big wigs in boxing, but when I first shut the program down, I had this idea that I had this great thing, and anybody who heard about it and anybody who saw it was just going to jump right on board because of how great it was. That didn't really happen. I had to really hone my pitch in and get better at what I was doing that I didn't think needed any work at all. When I first talked to Mark Langlis, I'm pretty sure he wanted to arrest me. He wanted to know where I'd been running this illegal fight club for the past 14 years, how I'd been under the radar, wanted me to know he had a stay of execution, that he didn't need a warrant and could come shut down the fight club and arrest everybody and anybody, and was upset when we hung up the phone, I'm sure. And I said to him, I understand you have no reason to believe me, but I'm not going to move this program forward without you on board. And he said, you're right. I have no reason to believe that. And he was upset, and we hung up the phone, and I'm pretty sure he wanted to arrest me. Later that month, I met with Jason Conception. I said, I have a boxing program I want to talk to you about. He had me to the Willie Pep Invitational, had a blast, went there with my wife. And he sat down and talked to me, looked over some of the paperwork, told me I was running a smoker. That's a dated term for an illegal fight club from back in the day, because cigarettes were allowed and they'd get real smoky in there. And so you'd call those illegal underground fights smokers. So he told me I was running a smoker, and that if I wanted to run a boxing program, that I would have to follow the USA Boxing standards, and there wasn't another way around it. And when I said, well, my program's not like that, it's softer and there's more safety standards, he told me you can't play boxing. I met with probably 100 other people and honed my pitch. And that's kind of what this is about. Whatever it is you want to do, whatever it is you believe in, sometimes you believe in it so much that your emotions get the best of you and you're not able to make a solid argument. And that's what I was doing. Because I started this by telling you those two guys were some of my biggest supporters when it comes to Scrub Scraps inside the boxing game. Jason Conception, after the third or fourth time we talked, went from you can't play boxing to helping me write the letter to USA Boxing, of which he's the treasurer, to signing off on the program, to and I mean several other things. This guy is really he got it. At some point, I gave it to him in a digestible manner so that he could get it. And the last thing Mark Langlis said to me when I told him I'd gotten the exemption from USA Boxing, he said, I honestly believe that it's criminal for anybody to stand against this thing. The guy that wanted to arrest me for running the program the first time we met said that the criminals are the people standing in our way the last time we met. And it had everything to do with my and Dizzle was a big hand in this, Chris Mosconi, developing that pitch, putting it in a digestible manner. I remember there was a day I said, Dizzle, I can't do it. I can't wrap this up in a way that these people are too hardcore and they're never going to be able to get it. They're just never going to get it. And he told me, well, you're the Michael Jordan of this. If there's somebody we're sending in to pitch, a boxing program. It's you. You're the Tom Brady of alternative treatment-based boxing programs. So if you can't do it, it can't be done. And I went back in and reworked the whole pitch and literally brought people from you can't play boxing to like, well, let's try to play boxing because this is a great idea. And from I'd like to place you under arrest right now to I'd like to arrest anyone who tries to stand in the way of this thing. Complete 360 from both of those guys. Jason Conception, Mark Langlis, thank you for all of your help. And everybody waiting on Scrub Scraps, we're on our way, man, and we'll be there soon. We're on our way.
Awesome. I mean, we give you the floor here at the end because you are like Michael Jordan or whatever, like of this. Like you speak from your heart and you sell it. I mean,
appreciate that.
It is such a great program, and I do know Jason Concepcion, who's an excellent guy, and I know has been really instrumental. I didn't know the story about Mark. Tell you the truth, I didn't even realize that. I don't remember you ever telling me that part of the story. It's fascinating, but you know what? When you have a good idea, Jared, and you have something special that's proven to change people's lives, I could see the 360 turn. I think the first time you talked to me about Scrub Scraps and he starts telling me about hugging the bears, and I was like, cuddling bear, what are you talking about? And he was like, can I sit down? I want to pitch this to you. I think you could be somebody in the media who could help me get this out there. And now Jared's also in the media. That's how amazing he is. From the second I saw what he was doing, and I've done interviews with a lot of the people associated with Scrub Scraps. And as I've said before, Jace, never a dry eye when I'm finished with those interviews, man. It's a life-changing program. It's a great program. And I'll put it to you like this, and he mentions lots of people's nicknames, like Little Chris, and he's got a million of them. Ask any one of those guys about Jared Jones. Any one of those guys would go to war for that dude right there any day, anytime. And it tells you the kind of person who's running this amazing program and his amazing, beautiful family, everybody involved in that. I mean, they're all so involved in this. It's an amazing organization. And as Jared mentioned, we're about to relaunch this thing to where it should and really needs to be. And when it does, everybody will understand exactly what this dude's been up to.
Hell yeah.
Appreciate you, man.
Yeah, Jared will always have the Flurry to keep everyone in touch.
There's a line in Good Will Hunting, one of my favorite movies. And the guy says like he's really smart and he's really talented, and I think he said hanging out with a bunch of stupid gorillas. And Robin Williams says, well, loyalty's more important to him than smarts. And any one of those stupid gorillas would take a bat to your head in a second if he asked him to. It's about loyalty. Not to say anything about the intelligence of any of those people. But you're right, man. That's what it's all about. And I love those guys. And they love me. And I thank you guys for being a part of it. I mean, it's going to be a wild ride, man. Hang on.
How you like them apples?
My man. Bravo.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is our main event.